It's such a bad time to play Rain right now, but I wanted to share my experience with you regardless in case you were wondering. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do Rain for the last few months, and it's always been in an awkward spot. But with Fulmar getting a base power buff to 7 instead of 6, I thought maybe it's worth a try. Now, Kraken did get like an indirect buff here as well, but honestly, Kraken in this meta right now is terrible. With Candle boosting stuff, with Northern Realms boosting stuff, with all the people trying out Ale in different decks boosting stuff, with every other matchup being Nilfgaard with a War Council that they have an order pending with the battle prep. This was not coming back to my side ever, not even once, to be honest with you, and for that reason at 13 provision it does not make the cut. It was either this or Melusine if we're trying to play Fulmar, and I think that Fulmar's just been getting more value because at least if they kill him, I can bring him back and use the order. With this, I was not even getting that luxury, right? So we're just giving them free points, and yeah, I'm doing some damage in the meantime, and yeah, it would be nice if the messengers get the boost off it. We have a ton of different ways to get Rain, and also with the amount of people playing Precision Strike Dwarves, and amount of people playing Nilfgaard Soldiers, and all these types of things, even Northern Realms with crew pockets are getting armor, right? I'm barely getting the Rain value that I deserve. You know what I mean? With all the cards that we have that spawn Rain, we're barely getting the value that we deserve. So Kraken doesn't make the cut. I want to go into the deck list with you because it's a cool deck, and in theory it should be amazing, but you know, again, it's not the time. Let's have a look here. So I have a lot of thinning going on in this deck, so Tempest being one. I like Tempest and Rain because we can basically pull both copies of Torrential Rain out of the deck, so we're going to get 2 thins early on. It also helps us split the rows really nicely if we want to get the Angler Fish out of the deck. So as long as we have Rain on at least one of the enemy rows by the end of our turn, then they'll stay on the board, so we can factor that in if we're looking for a pass and whatnot. Right there's 4 cards thinning. Then I have Decree to make sure that I'm not missing a heavy hitter. Real Hand starts in the grave. This could be squirrel bait, but I think it's worth taking the chance because it ensures that we get our top end, and I didn't want to put Oneromancy. I tried Oneromancy. It was too much provisions dedicated to consistency, and so I went ahead and just, you know, I'm able to get control options now with Heatwave instead of running Onero, taking out Decree, and putting like a Onero Maxi type thing, you know? It feels good to have Real Hand here for that thin, but also if we can take him back, we're getting a lot of value. And if I take him back and I have Gremist on the board already, I can purify him and do it again later if they either enslave my Melusine, Heatwave my Melusine, Yennefer's Invocation my Melusine. I've been seeing just about every way to remove this, but again, it's a card that you need to play in this archetype to make it really count. Okay, so that's kind of what I have. I have Kelpie here, which is going to be getting 4 turns of Rain because I have 12 beasts in the deck, and that's really cool, right? You don't generally want to resurrect Kelpie off of Sigdriffus, right? But Kelpie's going to get a lot of value for playing against control because we get the Rain going. That turns on the engines being the messengers of the sea whenever Rain or Storm damages an enemy unit, boosts out by that damage dealt, right? We're getting that engine turned on, no problem, and then we're getting the heal value, which is really nice. So the heal will go on the beasts, and we have all these different types of beasts, okay? And because I didn't want to go in with Megascopes since they got a provision nerf, and I felt like we need to really maximize the value that we're getting from everything, I have 2 Freya's Blessings, and we have the Grimace, so we could purify these and bring them back in a 3rd round if we need to, which is cool. And, you know, if we're not doing that, we could purify the Melusine to bring back again. We could purify a lot of different things like the Real Hand, so we got that whole funnel. So I feel like you have enough messengers to really do what you want to do with this deck. Crow Messengers are really cool too, because if I have to take a discard off Mask of Ouroboros early, I can throw one of the crows. I can play the other one from hand if I pull into it or whatever, and we can get that just on the board right away for a Melusine pocket, which is nice. So that's sort of the idea with that. I had 2 cultists at one point, but what I'm finding is before they even get value, they're getting killed. I want to have 1 at least because it feels bad if you don't, but we took out one of them and I went with the Crow Messenger pair in exchange, you know? I just felt like it's overall more consistent. Squirrel to get rid of some echoes, the Half Roost to bond them. What's nice about these is if we don't have the Crow Messenger play or we don't have the Messenger of the Sea play, at least we can bring back the half-ruse off the Freya's Blessing in a short round and just do point slam bonded and try to get them up to 10, right? Because one of them's already going to be at 8. So there's that whole strategy we can lean towards. And that's pretty much it, man. It's a lot of fun of a deck. It's just very frustrating to play when you're going against so much control, and that's just the way that it is. But I'm going to add this one to the spreadsheet. I want to share it with you guys here because I firmly believe that if you're going to be playing Rain right now, this is the best way to do it. Hands down. Some considerations that you can look at. Tears of Siren. I had them in for a little bit. Mahakam Ale. I don't mind. Maybe just a one-off so that if they, you know, take care of Gremist. You could argue that Offering to the Sea is good. Little expensive. If you don't want to go the Tempest route and you prefer to go Offering and such, you know, you can go Offering and Tears, but then you're not getting that Thin, and I think the Thin is actually just better. And yeah, man, like there's not really much else you want to move around in this deck. By all means, go ahead and play Kraken if you think it's better. I don't. So this is it. 6 games, consecutive games, live commentary, no filter. Let's look at the experience together and see how it goes. And I think, honestly, I've been playing a lot of like less competitive decks over the last couple days, just trying to make things fun, with exception to the Pirates, you know? Just trying to either reinvent the wheel or just do something unconventional, and it's tough because everyone's such a tryhard in the ladder. So maybe for the next couple videos I might have to play things that are just a little more boring and competitive to kind of keep my sanity, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, man. Let's get into the gameplay. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, we got Inspired Zeal coming up here first. And this is like the 4th version of the deck, and I think I got it to a place where we might win a game or two here. So that goes back. And we don't brick, please. There we go. Now, to their defense, I'm in a really good spot where we have red coin. So, don't worry, I'm not thinking it's OP just yet, but it allows me to play into the round and actually get some pretty good value on some stuff, you know? Siege first. See, they know. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait till them to get like a couple engines on there before I do any of the rain stuff. I miss Melusine, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. We're gonna find her eventually once we get our thinning done. We're already down to 13. It makes the most sense here to probably just play half-room. Rafford's into crazy thinning is going to be a tough one for me. Look at this. Look at single turn proc it. On the bright side though, we can get our engines down now. Wow, they just hate that card. What is that? That's nuts. Surely we just pound the range row. And then we might be able to actually stick one of the messengers here. By that point, though, they probably will pass.
The sea demands a price, and you shall pay it.
Or there's that. Empty boarding it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to continue playing this even if I did Fukusha here with the 2 more turns, I still don't think it's actually a good idea. It's hard to beat them in round 1 when they actually play Raffords and Scenario. So this tells me they're going to be leaning into Demavend and all the stuff from Temple going forward. Mostly thinned out though, which is nice. I don't know if they have AA in this deck. I'm just wondering if Squirrel's actually it right now. If you have all this, you don't need AA. You know what I mean?
One piece. Fight for it.
Jeez. Okay. Do I ever just go for... try to line it up for Kelpie, or... spawn and play Tears could be a thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter which row I go on. I think I'm actually just gonna play onto melee though. They have boiling oil number 2, I'm sure, and so he dies.
Gladly help. I
Okay.
love to see it.
That's alright. Let's get this online first,
The sea
and then we can just unlock them. And if I have to rip some more, it's okay. But what I need more than anything here is some rain. So, I might... I could defend card. I mean, Kelpie is just not bad here, you know? Melu's pretty good, though, too. I think I have to rip 1 leader, though. Just so that we can get a little extra boost. Can they take him down, though? That's the big thing. So they do have AA. So they want to just thin down to nothing. Okay. 2, 4, 5. This feels like a decent heat wave now. Just given the circumstance of them already playing all this stuff, then it sort of puts us in a good heat wave.
Do not test my patience.
I can't do anything about that. Alright, we're gonna go Fukusha.
He shall be mine.
We're gonna pull a second one out here.
Melusine sends blessings. Repay her with reverence.
I think we let Melusine grow.
Key is not to lose one's
If they don't have winches... Okay, they have winches. I guess that was my heat wave. That one dies, fine.
gods. Not a moment's peace.
I guess we're gonna have to take the real hand. I don't know if they have any kind of duel, no? So I have to play here.
You can kiss my tail goodbye.
Melusines at 20 points. We can get these out of the deck. Squirrel's a little late. Missing Kelpie's kind of annoying. I feel like
What do you need?
bringing back Melusine's kind of important for this whole thing.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
We dare not set sail without her
We got to get a bunch of rain out there, and then we're going to go for the real hand play. Don't kill it, please. Okay, we're working here. Things are happening. There's that. We gotta bring back this now. Do a bit more. And then I think we just have to let it burr. Oh, that Revenant's gonna pop off. That's alright. Here. So, it's time.
I'm wed to no man, but to the sea and its goddess.
I wish to trade something. Anything.
At least they have another food here. And we gotta split away from Tall Punish. I think we should just be good. I don't know. We'll see though. Yeah. Okay, literally the battle of weather effects. It feels like I'm playing Witcher 3 Gwent. We got Frost versus Rain. This is going to be fun. I think Frost is going to win. They're stronger, but don't have to worry too much about the half-roots here, but they do trade up on the Melusine play, and we get a bit of Rain without having to use Leader and all that. I want to save Squirrel because obviously they have an Echo card. It's somewhat early, though, to consider Bride of the Sea, and I know they're going to play deep. So, if I can have an Alchemy... So we have to actually hold. They're probably going to kill something. I think this is okay. It makes it easier for me. Let's see if they take like a turn 1 Imler's Wrath. Nuts. Nutty. Well, Kelpie is going to get some value. We just got to send it, man.
Sea demands a
Oh, I
price.
could have put this in the middle here and kept it going. The synergy, the Symmetry, not synergy. I mean, bit of both, but you know what I mean. She probably dies here anyways. Hopefully they play their Ardgeth here. I might have a chance to squirrel. Nice. R.I.P. Kelpie.
Truth is a shard of ice.
They don't know if I have damage in pocket, so I think they play in. We'd probably have to just pass here at 5. I had a feeling it would go this way. No more Ardgeth. Winter Queen's out of the way. We got Riptide out of the way, which is good. 1 Bruiser, 1 Leader Charge, both crew. We just have to worry about Oberyn, Eridan, Wrath, Ternalia. This is cool. That's not a bad hand. Realistically, it's a good hand.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
It's tough to be able to play not obscure decks, but just ones that don't get enough play, you know? Because everyone just wants to try so hard, and I don't understand why. But it's just the thing. It's like we're playing for money. I just can't bring myself to grind out like Frost, Dwarves, Warriors, and Enslave, you know? Now I gotta find 11 points. Decree into... It's got to go a little something like this, doesn't it? Unfortunately.
Free me. Lift me to the
Oh,
skies. Devour me.
I hate myself right now. I thought I had one of these engraved. Unbelievable. Listen. Could have sworn I had one of those engraved. I just wasted a leader charge I didn't need to spend. Realistically, we lost like anywhere between 4 to 8 points for round 3. I don't think I'm bringing back Melusine. It's definitely going to be a Rio hand thing. That sucks, man. Honestly, though, I don't think the game's going to be decided by 4 points. I think it's going to be decided by a lot more than that. And you can argue like 8 points if you're counting Messenger and all that, but this is probably going to get killed anyways. That's their tall punish. We could try. You know, I could split it up within 2. It's just the way it goes. I don't want to give them too much to work with here. I might actually just play it a little like this for now.
What a demented thought!
I do have 2 resurrections here. I don't think you want to move that with leader. Okay, let's just do this now. I'm trying to figure out the way I can maximize the value. We have to get the second one out, and then we have to click this, and then I have to get Fukusha ASAP, and we have to get that popped, because otherwise I don't see the points coming for us. Like, I don't know if that's the one that you want to hit. I guess they want to 2-turn it. Sure.
Bow before modern Freya.
I need them to place something on the range row.
We know the mysteries of time and space, all of them.
Okay.
Be sacrificed to
Let's
the
see
gods.
here. We're just gonna stack one for now. It's Fulmar that goes, thankfully. It's time. There's no better time than now.
You shall never find peace.
That's literally the best I can do. And as far as Rain goes, we miss him. It's probably just bonding the half-roos. We'll click this one. We won't click the second one. This is winnable, but I don't know, man. I have dominance now, which shuts this down, which is really cool. So let's bring this back online first. We just play for the 8 points. And then, goodbye, thank you so much for everything, kind of thing. I just want to get rid of him. It's better than maybe hitting armor, you know? So if they have Caranthir at like 25 points plus Morvid at 20 points, then I'm in trouble. But I don't think they have Morvid because they have the whole version with Riptide. Toad Prince. Yeah, they're running something different. I think it's too late to click. So we just need to get through. Yeah, it's probably enough. They do have dominance. So, yeah. I mean, it was closer than I thought. Alright, we have Enslave 6 probably coming up here next. Yeah. This goes back. This goes back. I think one of these can go back for now. That's actually a really good hand to open with. Let's see if Melusine can actually do its thing, though. Nice. Fukusha here. Realistically, Freya's goes back to set up Grave. I can't click Melusine until she's taller. Assassination and a Scorpion. So they're gonna take it right now. And it's like every single game.
Oh, how wonderful! You speak our tongue.
My boots got sand of plenty in them.
Alright, we get the double battle stations. I've been seeing less of it, that's why we didn't squirrel it. Now I wish I did. Let's bond these first.
Beautiful pair of legs, please.
And then when this gets low, we can just click here to get some value.
One born to hang will never drown.
I might be able to get both of these online and play it that way. Give me something on the melee roll. They deal for 4. That's getting close to being removed.
The sea demands a price, and you shall pay it.
I don't necessarily want to click that either. They're going to amnesty that at 3. But it's not worth using a leader charge to prevent it from being a thing. Actually, they're not going to amnesty, I don't think, in this deck. They have Decree. It'd be harder to set up.
Discipline, my lord.
They can joust it. Yeah. Do I want to do that? Probably not. Well, it's a bit quicker of a play, actually. We need something that's going to actually keep pace, because I could do this after, but I have to wait. And they're not really giving me a good Tempest here. That would be a nice heat wave.
We all need sacrifice.
Siri into deal for 5, hit 1. I mean, at this point we stay. Nothing that's worth getting rid of here.
We dare not set sail without her blessing.
They likely have some sort of tall punish in hand, and they probably have another Boo Hurt. The Boo Hurt plays okay though, because it's not going to proc right away.
Clever maneuver.
So let's just see if we can get out with Squirrel. Yep.
Long live the Emperor! Long may he reign!
Good for you. They can play one more and win, but that's probably for their second leader. I think they're running Damien or something. We got to get rid of these torrentials. This is bricked, but we could just play the 1, set up the grave for round 3. The mid to long round is the game that I want to play. So yeah, this is good. Put this back. Grimace is not bad against Nilfgaard. I missed this, but I think it's not the end of the world. Start off with a easy opener, I guess, you know? Battle stations. Let's just hammer the row here. The only thing I don't like about this whole situation is that we don't have one of the messengers online, but it wouldn't be hard to find. It depends on if they stack ranged. If they stack ranged here, then it's not good. Because Joust plus, you know what I mean? They're gearing up for Stefan. Do we just let them take it then? They'll take it on Fulmar for sure. At least we get the spawn off of it too.
What do you need me to do?
You should have held those, to be honest. We gotta see if we can make one of these happen. That was from the Frost game we just played. Alright, ambitious. I'm going to kill everything on the row. Don't care.
Salty blood flows through my veins, the blood of the sea.
Like, I'm so tired of your crap, dude. Go play your last cards, man.
Resistance shall not be tolerated.
Like, wow. I'm salty. I'm actually salty because everyone plays the same thing. Just in case they have a random status type situation. Yeah, there you go. Alright, we got Syndicate line pockets coming up here next, and we go first. Could be good, could be bad. They don't have the coin gen to go and take Marils right away, but they might still have Marils. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the Melusine out quick. This could be really good for an open sesame. And probably this goes back for now. I guess we're throwing back the first crow. And I guess we're not playing this either. That's alright. I got the sandwich here we can make with the cultist. I might actually go into deck for a messenger just because my hand is so stacked. It's not every day you get literally all the win cons in the hand minus the heat wave. So what's it gonna be, man? Yeah, I guess.
We find ourselves in agreement.
That's not really the right row for me. That's like one of the big problems of the rain too, is just like
We
you
dare
don't
not
get
set sail without her blessing.
a lot of what you want, you know? It's a lot of row placement. If you go first, you can't pick. I'm losing points on the cultists here. I think crows and ravens are like my favorite bird. Why would they play it into melee? Kind of plays into my value here, right? They got 3 coin. Yeah, we go for this now. It's only going to get a +1, but +2 keeps it safer. I mean, we could focus on the thin. Yeah. I just don't want to keep it in 4-point range, you know what I mean? How am I going to keep the rain going? Well, there's that. That's cool, man. So I gotta play deeper. It feels like a waste. I don't want to play Fulmar. We're not playing Fukusha. I can't play this. It's got to be this. It's just, where does it go? Probably ranged, and then we might have to take a leader to put them back out. It keeps it out of dip plus, does it? It doesn't. They can kill it off Pontar plus. In fact, I don't even have to go. I could just use Melusine Order and then play Squirrel and probably pass on that. At least the focus shifts. Oh gosh. That's a good brawl. No alchemies too. If I had these, then I'd be in a better spot. I don't necessarily want a Fukusha here either. Fulmar doesn't feel great either. Running out of space, running out of time.
We'll run upon the crest of the waves. Keep your wings outstretched.
I'm hoping that they shift the focus to Fulmar instead of Melusine. And then at the very worst, I pass at 5 on an L and just defend it. I feel like on blue, we're just born to lose. Melusine's at 16 points, be 18 by a pass if they don't kill what's beside it on this side. Bounty plus, that's actually annoying. They're gonna spend up like crazy on him, surely. Yeah, just enough to round trap you here, I guess. It's not worth it though. For me. I can't justify staying in. I guess Melusine at 17 is not terrible. It did come at the cost of Tunnel Drill, Gallo, Brawl, Mercenary. So we can fix the bricks. We got the Heat Wave, which is really cool. I don't think I'm going to need the half-roo. Of course, we get the second one. Am I ever going to find these in this? Do they have boat? That's why I don't like boat in a deck like that. I think you'd just be better off with Decree or something. Decree, Furco, Justice. I'm gonna have to Heatwave Bassi.
Now this is a knife.
Officer's word.
This gets me there. I can't take back Melusine too early, otherwise they pass on me. I have to get Gremist out first, and Gremist has to live.
Lucky to keep your feet.
Sure. I guess, man. I gotta try to remove some of that control they have, and then I can get Gremist down. And when I get Gremist down, then I can focus on Melusine, because obviously it looks like we're gonna need to. So they're Devo.
We've not had enough.
The problem is they go boom, 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 and then they junior. So Melusine's not even safe, like, if I take Gremist first, it's not gonna work.
Beautiful pair of legs, please.
Let's see.
City guard couldn't find the body. Horrifying.
The problem is that for a fee of 3, they get that, which is crazy. Do I heatwave that in place for 12? No.
Not a moment's pace.
I have tiers I could reset. Reuben's treasure. Jeez, bro. So I think he dies here, right? No? Well, surely they go boom boom. They're doing this wrong. I guess it doesn't matter. Of course. This is getting out of hand, man.
Take my near life and grant them your strength in return.
It's not going to be a Melusine round 3 winner. It's got to be we stack Rain and we play Rio hand. That's it. Because Melusine here might not even be enough to get out of this round. I'm gonna have to rip this here. And we're going to have to play Melusine now.
You shall never find peace.
Unfortunately. The problem is that I can't heatwave the 8. And 9's not going to be enough with what they play.
Deals. Novigrad's built.
Depends. If they go all in on one thing, then maybe. Right? But who does that? First of all. I save a little just in case. I hit the 8. Can't hit the 8, have to hit the 11. We still lose by enough points.
Patience is not a
We got
virtue
Nilfgaard,
I'm known to have.
Imperial formation coming up here next. That's tough, man. Here, we'll put this back for now. Keep in mind, we gotta chew through a bunch of armor here, and they know it, so they're just gonna keep padding these things up, you know? So we might just do thinning this round. And then just play Melusine, see if we can get some action there. Maybe bond up the half-roos, you know? And that's that. Waste another leader for whatever reason. We'll see if Melusine can actually stick. So this is probably rent-free.
We dare not set sail without her blessing.
I'm not even gonna try to get through this, I don't think. You're passing on that? It's not that bad. I think I just play for the long round 3, don't I?
Best drown yourself with those damn
We'll take the rain so that we get the boost. It's at the end of my turn, so we have to actually lock it in a bit more here. Which is fine. Oh, if neither row has storm, okay. That's on me. I still think it's okay. Honestly speaking, I probably would have done the same thing. Just because, like, we want Melusine value. I don't think it's going to change the outcome whatsoever. And then we just pass round 3, boom, boom, boom. They do the whole Triss Meteor Shower thing. They have half their leader. Because you wouldn't be spending it like that regardless, and you wouldn't be playing these randomly in a deck if you didn't have, like, Renfrey and you needed to play a thinning pack like that.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
Yeah, we're just going to obliterate the rows next round. Jeez. They're going to get rid of Riohan too, aren't they? I mean, it is like the first time this season I've seen Xavier, so there's that. It's still winnable because we have such a long round that the rain will proc. I just don't know what I'm bringing back, you know what I mean? Maybe the 8. This is the hand regardless. We have... Wow. I'm missing a lot of good stuff. I could try to take one mulligan here. I'm only going to be getting one of the things that I want. Jeez, man.
A pleasure to bleed you.
I imagine they have 2 tall punish. Probably running Leo and Geralt. I'm not gonna make it that easy, bro.
Gods, not a moment's pace.
And then you gotta lock him first.
demands a price, and you shall pay.
Let's hit the middle twice. So the plane constructs.
Feed us with strength as we feed you with blood.
I thought it was going to be Triss Meteor, but this doesn't really play into that really well, right? Because it's equal to armor, so...
The only good mage is a
They're probably going to get Destroy 8 or less for the Fulmar play. Damage 6. Deal excess after split, maybe? No? You should have, like, looked first. Oh, unless that was the strat. I guess that's my res. Do I need to do it now, though? Maybe not. I like the look of Vakushin now, just because it's going to be a long round.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides.
Hear my prayer! Fill me with strength!
Greetings. What is it?
Okay, let's go for that res here.
Protect you from all evil.
If they do it, I'm going to bring it right back, so that's why Grimace is so good. And then the rest, I think we just pound on the range row, don't we?
Anyone asks?
Now I see the appeal with this whole thing. Surely. Just hit the back row too. What's nice is that if they hit me with a tall punish right now, I still have time to bring one of them back and make it count. So I think I'm going to do Freya's first.
but she brooks
And
no
this is
insult.
worth 8 points, but a split 8 points. And we should just win this game, even though I had the one brick in hand because I got greedy. We got Blaze of Glory coming up here next. Finally on a red coin. I could deal with this. Put this back for now. I don't have bricks, so that's pretty cool, but I don't need the Crow Messenger. That's better.
Walk away from this.
We just have to play these, I think.
You speak our tongue.
going to be hard to get one of these to float. Let's take a little more time here to figure it out. Now they got reach at 6 with a gutting. And I'm doing... You see what I mean? That's the problem. Let's hit the rain and see what happens. They'd probably just kill that for free. But they will always do that, you know what I mean?
Will you die already? Or need I kill you again?
We gotta float one of these now. It's the only way we stay in the race here. Why do I have to hit the wrong thing too? It dies to a gutting. Alula? I don't think Alula is my heat wave. She could be though. If I can bleed out ice and all that, then that's my heat wave right there. Literally, if I give them round control, it's done for me. So I don't know how we can keep things the way they are. See, okay, now we're talking. We're talking something. I'm not really convinced that I should stop here, you know what I mean?
Just as treacherous as the sea.
Raid, we fight, we plunder. Full service.
Would have been nice if that was Storm, but we saved that for later. I might just go like boost by 4. They got a lot of death blow.
Of course, friend.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just do 1 on each. And then I don't have any alchemy, so that's got to be a pass, but it is a pass regardless, so we got it. I didn't want to have to Fukusha into Riohan, but it's like the board state. We got the leader out of the way. We just get like a really good value bleed, you know? This is like a good hand. It's just Melicine's not really going to say much. I almost want to get something else going on. That's better. You just do Mellow in the middle. Mellow in the middle sounds like Malcolm in the middle. That was such a good show. Okay. I think we do better against Bog Warriors than we would against PF. Because the Bloodthirst 3 is harder to come by, and therefore we don't have to worry about Champion's Charge as easily, and they can't, on first Melusine, give it Rupture, and if they do with Turgv on the second one, we have Gremist, you know what I mean? We have counters to this more. What do we got here? Nothing yet. But we can make something. kind of sucks that we're playing into a greatsword, you know?
Let us put our steel to the test.
Lady of the Seas, daughter of the heavens, accept my sacrifice.
We're not playing all the way. We just have to get this, like, decent.
I'll give you something to fear.
So let's figure it out. They played... Well, there's no playing regardless, but they played one of the War of Clans, Fukusha, and Herald. So we know that they have tier plus potentially one War of Clans. And this is only at 14. That's the problem. And they have set up on 7s, which are gonna obviously veteran plus the double. The only thing I can think of right now is taking they go first though, that's the problem too. But if they go first, they're definitely taking the Raider, and then they're gonna take that off a clan. So we keep Squirrel, and then I think I'm taking 8 points there, or Grimaced. I think that's fine. Grimace will just play it at the points. We'll just take this. I think it's more than fine. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So Melusine 14 competes with that. We can't deal with this. The clans will double this to an 8.
Women, children, elders, we spare none.
Let's get the engine value going here.
We dare not set sail without her blessing.
Reasons for the feeble of heart!
They're gonna board wipe. And then last card's just a big slam.
That is your brilliant move, truly.
At least they can't use the order.
Very corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
Watch us and keep us.